Essentially, in order to supply our customers, we supply from reservoirs which are at elevation in Gibraltar, and in order to pump water up to those reservoirs, we need power. Essentially, we're high consuming electrical demand, so that's essentially what happened.
Is there a way that the two can be separated so that water could continue to be pumped if there was a major outage?
Unfortunately, at this present moment, no, just because it's a high demanding electrical supply. We take mitigation steps. For example, we have reservoirs with backup storage or stock level. So in case of a power outage, we have enough water there to supply the population. Obviously, the further time that power is out, that water is consumed, and obviously it comes to the point where the customers are without any water.
So although contingency plans are in place for something that takes a longer period of time, it's harder to get water to consumers?
Yes, exactly. Just to give you an example, the Moorish Castle Reservoir, we took the decision, which we don't take lightly, but we took the decision based on safety precaution for the GFRS to have water supply in case of a fire. And obviously once power was resumed, we carried on pumping up to the reservoir and then brought the customers back their supply.
Have all outages now been resolved?
Yes, essentially all supply and the network was returned back to normal within the early hours of the morning. So I believe that by 11, 12, all the salt water supply was back to normal. And in terms of potable water, it was early hours in the morning when the last customers got their water back.
And which areas were affected? Because the water didn't affect the whole of Gibraltar, it was just certain areas.
Yeah, correct. So in terms of the potable water, we're talking about an area that is essentially from cliff tops down towards Brimpton and then all the way to Europa Point via Europa Road. In terms of salt water, it is a substantial area because our reservoir essentially supplies water all the way from Charles V Wall, so from John Mackintosh Hall, where we are more or less, all the way round northwards to Sandy Bay. Now we took, in terms of salt water, we took measures in place to supply from a different zone. So it wasn't that the whole area was without water. Some places found that they had low pressure, and some places unfortunately did have no supply.
Are you looking at ways potentially to improve contingency plans?
Yes, so we currently have a plan, and we've always had a plan to have a look at expanding our capacity. Obviously, that is quite a substantial project because obviously in terms of area-wise, and it's just to basically increase our kind of redundancy in case of these incidents.
Any details you can give us so far, as it's a big project and it's still being looked at?
Yeah, it is a big project. It involves a lot of stakeholders, and it is something that is a long-term project for obviously for the improvement of to our customers.